Welcome everybody to the instructional video on our shaker sheet kits. My name is Sharon and I'm going to be your instructor, and I hope that you are going to enjoy this shaker kit that we have. This kit has to do with the winter bridge, so I'm going to get out the kit and you see how it shakes around. I'm going to get out the kit and we're going to go through everything that's in the kit. So here you have pictures showing all of the samples and ideas, and then here is what is inside the kit. So in there you will get 3 packets of pre-measured shaker bits. You will get 3 black overlays, large square. You will get 3 card A6. This is an A6 card that we're doing in this kit, and A6 envelopes to match. You will get 2 sheets of stickers. This is very hard to see, but these are snowflakes, and I love this diamond. I think this is called diamond snowflakes, and I just love it. And then we have these nice little, I call them almost like ornament hangers or just like icicles, whatever, but we're going to be using those. You will have your sheet of winter bridge with the Let It Snow. You will have a sheet of glitter film, and this is just a nice extra sheet to keep everything nice and stiff, and you can either use it for your table paper or use it for another card. So that is what comes in the kit. All right. I'm hoping that some of you have made shaker cards, but if you haven't, this is probably one of the easiest types to do. So we're going to take this out. We're going to get our card base, which I've already pre-folded. Sorry I did that, but the one thing that I always tell everybody is that you fold over the mountain, which is the bump side. All right, now for preparing the sheet with the glitter film, I'm having this off here. You're going to take your trimmer and you're going to cut on these cut lines, which are fantastic to have. If you don't have a trimmer, just cut them with scissors. But I have a trimmer. Now, here's the thing. When you look at this, it's kind of hard to see that line, isn't it? So what I do is I bring this in so I can see something to know that I have this pretty much on the cut line. We don't have to be perfect. And so I'm just going to cut that. See, it doesn't matter, cut that right off. So now we have this set. Oh, well, now we have another line to cut on. So let's just move it over. And I always start this way at the top and pull down. It's always the best way to do it. Shoving up, you tend to get caught on things. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this on here, and I'm just roughly, I'm not making it perfectly exact for people that don't like to measure. I mean, if you like to measure, it's 3 5/8 inch, but a lot of people don't know where to find 5/8 inch on their rulers, which is fine. I do this all the time, so I'm quick at it. So you're just going to cut down the middle. Then look, you have more to make other projects with. All right, so now we are going to put the glitter film on the back of the images. So there's one side that is dull. I think you can see the ink. That's the dull side. This is the glossy side. So we are going to put the glitter film on the dull side. So with the dull side facing up, and you guys, I'm a lefty, so things are going to be kind of put off in other directions. So I'm taking this full sheet of glitter film and I'm going to start to get it to start pulling away, okay? And sometimes it's a pill, and sometimes it comes off real easy. There, it started right there. All right, so then you just work your way across. Do not pull off the whole thing. You'll have a mess. So I'm just doing about an inch, inch and a half, just so that it's not too floppy. So then I'm going to start up here at the top. Oops. There you go. You know, I said this wasn't going to work when I'm on the video, that I was going to put it on crooked. And yes, I did a practice on this, you guys, because I wasn't going to show this if I hadn't practiced it, because I can put things on crooked. And I just did. Well, aren't I a good instructor? All right, so then what you do is, this is what you just gently pull across. Get it all the way on. Now, you are going to get bubbles. I'm sorry, there's just no getting around it. You're going to have some sticky hanging off the end, and I immediately get that cut off. As a matter of fact, I cut it off to this line here, because I did not trim that part off, okay? And you will have some sticky on the sides if you put it on a little crooked like I did. Well, and I didn't cut it exactly 3 5/8. See, I just slid it along. But I do like that sticky gone. And if you accidentally cut a little bit of the acetate piece, not a problem. If you cut a lot, there may be a problem. Yeah, I know I took a little piece with it there. Oops, missed one. Yeah, these are not my normal scissors. I think I left my normal ones at home. Okay, you are bound to get bubbles. Yeah, and there's where I really got some bad creases. So what you need to do is you need to have a needle or a pokey tool, and when you slide it, you can see, I'm hoping you can see that bubble right there. Okay, so I'm going to poke it and then press it down. There's another one over here. I'm going to poke it. Wherever I see one, I'm poking the bubble and I'm pressing it down with my finger. Now, if it's small, I don't worry about them because they don't show. But if it's big, they will show. So I did a terrible beginning on this. This part is beautiful. Terrible up here. All right, so now you have your glitter film on here. So you are going to cut them apart, either with a trimmer or with a pair of scissors. With a trimmer, you'll probably need to put that paper underneath in order to see what you're doing. So then we're going to take one of them. We're going to take our folded card. This is where you need your pencil. We're going to take our folded card, and I'm positioning it where I want it to be. You see there's a gap here and a gap here. So I just slide this under, and it moves. Your card will move and everything, and you decide how much of the red berries you want to show as compared to the snow. Just know that you can't go way up or way off to the side. So just, this is going to be personal choice. There isn't a right or wrong unless you show the stuff. So I set this on the table. I put my fingers here and I slide this off. Then I take my pencil and I mark the corners. Oh, I think I want to trim this. I don't like that being that close to the edge because I am not that good. So now I gotta start over again. That happens. Oh, and a lot of people ask me if there is a front and a back to our overlays, and technically yes. If you feel here, you can feel it smooth and kind of rolled over. You feel here and it's kind of sharp. So this is the front. So again, I'm going to line this up. Oh, a little off. Now I'm going to move this around to what I like. And if I like it, my finger down. I think I just moved it. There. All right, then I'm going to make, and I'm going to, oh, cheese and crackers, you guys. See, now you get to see all the flubs. This is how I create. Some people think, oh, you must just go like crazy. I said, no, I make mistakes. I'm just like everybody else. I make mistakes. So you just mark your corners. And you won't have to erase these markings. So now I have every corner marked. Now I can take this off. And I like to use my 1/8 inch tape, which we carry on our website. But if you have a little bit wider, just make sure that it does not go onto this image, or it will show through on this side. So if you have wider tape, what you can do is lay down a non-stick, like this right here is a non-stick. So you could take, and I didn't bring wider tape with me to the table, so you would take it and you would run it off the edge, and then you would lift it back onto itself, okay? And then it sticks and it's fine. But I always like my 1/8 inch for doing this stuff. So we're just going to now go around perimeter like I teach in a lot of other classes. If any of you have ever watched, I have a system of adhering things down, and it has worked well for fixing mistakes, because as you can see, I know how to make them. So, get this out. So here we have this. So I take and I pick a corner and I peel back just a little bit and fold it back at an angle, and then I kind of tuck it under. That way then it stays folded out. Fold it back. Now I'm going to go to the opposite side. Take it and fold it back. I saw somebody in England doing this, and I thought, wonder if they've been watching my videos. Anyway, so you don't touch these two corners. Sorry, I think I bumped the camera. So I'm realigning this in, oh, see? Sharon can move. I'm realigning my marks, and I'm pressing here and pressing here. I'm not pulling any strips yet, because you know that adage, measure twice, cut once. Well, that's what I'm looking at here. And I'm okay with that. So now I know I can pull the tabs. So you just pull them, and now it's on there. So now what we want to do is to get the word strip, which is right here. And if you want, you can cut with a trimmer, but I am just going to cut one off with scissors. And this I'll probably end up trimming down also. So kind of what I do is I put this on here to where I like it. Okay, pretty much in the middle. And I lay this on. Let's make a change here. We don't want it in the middle. I think I'll go back to my normal doing. Just picking this up, sliding this in, making sure that the word is straight, and then I just pick it up, and I kind of look at the back. It's a little crooked, so I think I'm going to straighten it out. And I don't think I need to do any trimming, and I kind of see that. So then I'm going to take my 1/8 inch tape, and if you have wider, that's fine, but you need to come close to the opening, not way out here, close to the opening. And we're going to do the same method, except instead of pulling back on the outside, we're going to fold it into the inside. I'll show you that here in just a moment. Oh, that's a little far away. Okay, so I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to pull it over and I'm going to fold it in. Take this one and fold it in, because that's where the close opening is. Go to here, fold it in, okay, so now sometimes I like to stand up to do some of these things. So you can do however makes you be able to put this on. Remember, I'm not touching any of these corners, but I want to get this as even as I can. That looks pretty good. So that's how it looks. And everything looked fine, so you can always double check. Pull it off, double check, make sure when you were standing up it looked fine. And if it is, then what we're going to do is we're going to pull these tabs again and we're going to adhere this down. And then I turn it over and I run my finger along here. Now I like a little bit more of an edge because I want adherence to the cardstock a little bit more than the plastic. So I will trim some of this away, not a ton. And that's just my preference. You might not, it might not matter to you. Okay, so now I go and I move on to decorating this, because it's hard to decorate it after you get all the foam tape on. So now you're going to take out your 2 sticker sheets and you're going to decide kind of how you would like this to be. I take my pokey tool. You can use whatever you want. And what I do is I like the really long ones here. Oh, it's upside down, that's why. So I just pick this up, pull it off, and this usually does not stick too bad. I don't have to lick my fingers very much. But that is the secret to long things, getting them to lay down right, is lick your finger and put them on with your finger and it doesn't stick to your fingers. There, that's a little crooked. One thing, our stickers can be moved pretty easily if they haven't been down very long. So just watch the edges of your star and that little ornament thing there in the middle. So we have those 2 on. Now, I like to get the really little snowflake down here at the bottom, and I like to put that right on this one. So it's on the outside there. And then I like to start with the large one, because that kind of lets me know where everything else needs to go for balance. So I'm just kind of, because these have got little tiny bits on them, I try to at least break away 3 of them or so. So I just kind of put that there, push it down. Then let's take, which one? Well, we're going to take this one, I think. The next largest one. And I'm just going to, like that, lift it up. And I'm going to let a little bit of that go in here. Then I'm taking this one. What's nice is all the varying types of snowflakes they have on this sheet. It's really nice. Okay, now what you might not notice is on these sheets, there are these little hexagon cutouts. So let me get, I think I used the smaller ones, okay? The smaller ones are down here near the smaller snowflakes. So I just pick one up and I just decide where I might want to, you know, put them on. There's no right or wrong, other than they say, oh, that one popped somewhere. Oh, here it is. Everybody's yelling, Sharon, it's on the table. All right, so this part is all decorated. Okay, now if you want, you can move on to decorating the corners here. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you'd like to use these snowflakes on the corner. That's up to you. I use the really big hexagons, and I kind of turned them, I think, and put them in the corners. They're up near all the bigger snowflakes. I just love this diamond iridescence. It's beautiful. We have a lot of different colors. I think this comes in silver, gold, and of the diamond. And I think it also, of course, comes in just regular silver and gold. But we like the sparkle and the bling. Okay, so I think if I do a dry run of looking, I'm going, that looks pretty cute. So now we have to do the shaker part. Let's get some things out of the way so I don't really muff it up here. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your piece here, turn it over, and you're going to get your roll of double stick foam tape. And I have the 2mm and the 1/2 inch. You can also use wider, but you may have to trim, okay? So just keep that in mind. If it's real skinny, you may have to lay 2 layers down because you want it to have some rigidity, because if you don't put enough on in places, like I don't think I got right here to the corner very well, see, and then it can dip down, and when you put it in the envelope, it might end up doing that, and the recipient will get it, and it'll be all funny. So first I start on the long sides, because you do not have to have a straight cut. You do not want to be super far away from this opening. The reason being is, if you put the tape way down here, understand all your shaker bits are going to go all the way past there, okay? So if you look here, I don't have it too far from the edge, okay? So I'm going to put this one down. You know, you can be 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just putting it down all the way to the bottom. And you cut it off. Now I start on this side. And I do the same thing. One thing about foam tape, you can stretch it, twist, you know, make it curvy if you want. Now, here's where it's important to have straight cuts. Okay? You want it to be straight across, because what you want to do is butt this up right next to this. You want to avoid any gaps. Okay? So don't pull it away. Then I press my finger right in there and I cut it. Now, what you want to do is pick it up. And when you pick it up, if you see a gap in the corners, then you're going to need to apply some liquid glue. Now, we sell this liquid glue on our website, glittering glue, and then we have this nice little small applicator with a fine tip, which is wonderful. So I have this in here. If I need to, I just would put a little glue like right in here, wherever I felt the gap was. Here it's not, it doesn't matter, but because I didn't get a gap, I'm just kind of showing you how you would do it, because I don't want to have to wait for this to dry. So I'm hoping I did pretty good. Maybe this one no, because I didn't decorate. Oh, I did too decorate that. Okay, all right. Maybe I will purposely make a gap. How's that? Is this straight? No, it's not straight. So I'm gonna snip it off, make it straight, and I'm going to make a gap on purpose. Because you're bound to do it. I did it the other day. I made a gap. Now, you see here in this, I hope you can see into this corner where there is a gap. Let's see, where can I show it? You see the gap? Maybe if I bend this, you can see the gap. Okay, well, I have to fill that gap with glue. Otherwise, my shaker beads, like you may be doing this with other products other than what we have. You know, our beads in the shaker thing are like 12-0. If anybody does jewelry, they understand. So you want to fill that gap with the glue. Now understand, you have to set this aside for it to dry. Okay, so if you do get a gap, then you're going to want to push pause. Okay, so now I'm just going to do, this one does not matter if there's a gap or if it's straight or anything. This is just for support. All right, so what you have to do is, this isn't enough layers. Okay, so you have to pull these off and you have to put on a second layer. Okay, so you pull these off. Oops. You look out where your glue is, 'cause I'm not waiting for this to dry. But, so we're just going to say we've pulled all these off. And then you put on your second layer, just the way you did before. And then it should look like this. It looks kind of funny, gets a little warpy, but that's probably because I might have pulled a little. Okay? So now we are going to put this on the front of our, oh no, we're not going to do that yet. Wake up, Sharon. So what we need to do now is we need to get out our shaker bits. And they're very blowy, so I don't know. I've got a fan on me because it's kind of warm and sticky in the shop. So I'm just taking them out. If you don't get them all out, it's not a crisis. It's still going to be a pretty shaker. Plus, I might have accidentally put too much of something in. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I'm not going to worry about putting any more in. So, I'm going to pull this one totally off. Then I'm going to do my method of folding this back and folding this back. Now understand, you still can't lay it down because you had to release that. But this at least helps you some in not having to deal with all that sticky. So you get up and you look at the edges of your card, not the image. Look at the edges of your card. And if it's where you like it, then press down, press down. Now I hold right here and I carefully pull a tab. And I press because you don't want any of these beads to get under. Oh, cheese and crackers. I forgot the well, you guys get to see me make boo-boos, right? Yeah, I don't think I can pull this off. If I do, it'll be a miracle. So, I don't think I'm gonna take the time to do that part. I don't know. If you guys got the time, you might as well see Sharon makes mistakes. What's nice is this acetate really helps in taking this back off. Okay. Hey, I did tear my card. Well, this is just a sample. So now, I'm closing this back up because I want to show you why it's important to use baby powder. This double stick tape has been cut from a really large roll, so all the edges are very sticky. So you need to take the baby powder and you need to brush it. This is like a small brush. We do carry this on our website. but you need to brush it along the inside of all the edges. See, you know, this is where you can pause, go back and go, oh, she didn't make a mistake. She didn't make a blooper. Then in your kit, you should have, and of course I think mine blew away. Let me see. It just got stuck under something. Yep, I think it blew away. Just a minute. Yeah, I see it. It's on the floor. All right. So then you take this anti-static cloth and you are going to remove all the excess powder. So I also tend to look at the front. You see how there's still quite a bit of powder. Do that, and then I'll rub some more. This is baby powder. I don't think that I would use cornstarch because it's really kind of meant to be more sticky, I think. There. Oops, I got something right there. Sometimes my fingers will touch on something and you get a smudge. And believe it or not, this can take it out. Anyway, so now we're back to putting all of this in. So you guys are laughing there, aren't you? I would be. I'd be like, yay, you're finally showing bloopers. Well, here's my blooper, people. All right, I'm just collecting up what I can. Okay, you little bugger. All right, so I'm just dropping them down. Picking back up some of these tube confetti beads. All right. Before the fan gets them again, before Sharon makes another boo-boo, we're going to put this on. So I gotta turn this one back, and this one back, and this one back. Because I already tore off the one, and that blew off the table, so I couldn't put that back on. So here we go. I'm looking at my card. I'm not looking at the image. And this, I already pulled the tab off. So now next you would move to the next tab and you would press really well. You want to make sure that you keep this level so that the beads don't go under this foam tape. Yeah, you can see everything rolling on the table. Yeah, I think we should have put it down on low. The boss was trying to be kind to me. Okay. How easy is that without Sharon's boo-boo? How easy is that to make a shaker card? Now, if I hadn't put that on, you would have beads and stuff stuck all around the inside of this card. So it is important, vitally important, to use the baby powder in the brush and the anti-static cloth that you will get in your kit, which I forgot to put in the kit. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this and will look at all the other kits that we have on the website and create a bunch of shaker cards. These would be awesome gifts this Christmas. I mean, it's almost like a gift. I mean, it stands up fine, but it's an interactive. I gave it to Deb's grandson, who's 3. And first I had to cover this in plastic because he was eating cookies or something. And he just loved shaking this. So I hope you will join us for any and all classes that we have henceforth, and I hope you enjoy your day. Here is some foam tapes that we also have on the website where you have 1/4 inch, half inch, 3/8 inch, and 1/4 inch. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you one thing. I always like to leave you with a little extra. So when you're working with a round, opening, you want to definitely have 1/4 inch foam tape. Oh, Jiminy. All right, pull that extra tab there. All right, so you want to make sure that you have a straight edge to begin with. So because that is a cut edge, it's kind of like bent down. So you're going to take this and you're going to start anywhere you want. Boy, when I pulled that back, it really pulled off. Anyway, you're gonna just bend it around the opening because foam tape will curve and bend, and it doesn't matter that it's got maybe a little lumps or whatever. You just keep bending it around, and you may have to use liquid glue to close this up. And then I just press right there and cut it off. Now again, you would need to do a second round. And I always start in a different spot for the second round, but you want to look and see if you have a gap. And I have what looks like a little bit, but if you press right there, if you press well enough, it will fill in the gap. If it doesn't, then remember, liquid glue. Sorry I didn't do that earlier on. So again, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and check our website for all our other kits. Thanks for hanging in there with me, boo-boos and all. Bye-bye.